Hello, people. How are you doing? I hope you're doing fine. Today we have our first class. We'll be talking about weather and season. So let's start, right? Okay, so here we have weather forecast. Weather forecast is the section in the news related to weather conditions. So before people leaving home, going to work, and going to school, in some places it's interesting to check the weather conditions because in some places weather conditions they change rapidly from really sunny to really rainy or cloudy or whatever, right? So weather forecast is that section in the news. It can be TV news, internet news, printed news, whatever, that tells you how will be the weather in that day. Note that the temperature measure in the US is Fahrenheit instead of Celsius in the world in general. So United States always want to be different. So instead of use Celsius that most of the countries use, they use Fahrenheit. Okay. Um, and as you can see, this word Fahrenheit is used a lot in cultural uh, products in the United States. And here we have the question, look at the image above. Which the best day to go to the beach? Why? So here we have Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, right? You have the images. Uh, they are self-explanatory, in my opinion. Then you have the situation in the weather, and you have the temperature in Fahrenheit. Okay, so always pay attention when you see this F, it means Fahrenheit, so it's different from Celsius. So it's interesting for you to check the conversion between them. Okay, some of you can look for weather forecast or weather report, weather reporter, and you can find this band, Weather Reporter. Is an American jazz fusion band. As you can see there, we have from left to right the keyboard player Joe Zawinul, the bass player Jaco Pastorius. Is a very famous bass player. People used to call him the Jimi Hendrix of the bass. He died at very early age, a very um, how could I say sad death in a way. Okay, all deaths are sad, but these were sadder, I could say. Drummer percussionist Alex Acuna in the middle, as you can see. Saxophonist Wayne Shorter, uh, and drummer percussionist Ayrton Moreira. And then here we have a question, Weather Reporter is an international band. Can you tell which country each one of them is from? So uh, you can take a look in the picture, and you can also take a look in the names because the names can give you some hint of the countries where these guys were from, are from, some of them, right? Okay, so now we're gonna talk a little bit deeper about the seasons, right? We talk a little bit about weather, but weather and seasons are closely related, right? Because the season is a moment where the weather uh, has some characteristics, right? We're gonna talk here about the summer. So the summer is between spring and autumn when the weather is warmest. So it's hotter, it's warmer, right? And it's from December to March in the south of the equator. So we will talk about the seasons from our point of view, right? Because as you can see here, from June to September is the summer in the north of the equator, right? But we are interested in our situation here. Okay, during this season, people use less clothes, do outdoor activities, and drink lots of water because it's hot, it's warm, right? And here we have a picture of some girls in enjoying the summer. As you can see, they have surfing boards, uh, they wear, beach clothes for that. You have some sand over there. But a question I do here is, can you tell the year of the image above? Why? So you have to tell me if you can check which year is this picture and why you got this information, right? So after summer, we go to winter, okay? It's the season between autumn and spring, and it is from May to September in the south of the equator. So in our um, condition as Brazilians, is the moment when the weather is coldest, right? So most of people stay indoors, use a lot of clothes, and drink hot drinks. So winter, in a way, is the opposite of summer. So everything you do in summer, most of the times you don't do in the winter. Okay. And here we have a picture of Amorphis Black Winter Day. Amorphis a band. Can you tell where they are from and what musical style? So look at the image, look at the name, and guess if you see this band, where they're from, and the music style too. Then we have spring between winter and summer, and from September to December in the south of the equator. Right? When the weather becomes warmer, leaves and plants start to grow and flowers appear. So, for example, in some places in Brazil, spring is not as much pronounced as is in uh, United States, some parts of Europe. Uh, in some places in Brazil, we have kind of two seasons most of the times. But as you can see, we have some characteristics of spring. Here we have After the Storm, is a song by Kelly Uchis, featured Tyler, the Creator, and Bootsy Collins. Um, So it's a song about spring. What are the elements that can confirm that? So you can look at the image, you can listen to the song, try to check the lyrics to see if they really related to spring. Of course, it's spring uh, according to the north of the equator, right? So it's a little bit different according to times for our situation in Brazil. Then we have here autumn or fall. Fall is the expression most used in the US, right? It's between summer and winter, and from March to May in the south of the equator, so in our situation. So the moment when the fruits and crops become ready to be eaten and are picked and leaves fall, right? And here we have November Rain, and it's a song from Guns N' Roses about autumn or fall. And what there are the elements that can confirm that? So Um, you can see the elements, you can read the lyrics, you can check why is the song related to autumn. Here we have Sun and Shine is a song by Bob Marley. As you see there, it's R. Marley, because his name is Robert Nesta Marley. So it's Robert Marley. Um, and here he's talking, the sun is shining, the weather's sweet, uh, and so on. What's the season praising in sun is shining? How did you identify that? So in this song, he's praising a season. So which season is this? And then you have to tell how you identify the season, right? And in the lyrics, we have some hints, some tips for you. And if you have cultural knowledge, probably you know, and you also can guess because it's kind of a little bit obvious in a way. And here we have "I'm Only Happy When It Rains" is a song by the band Garbage. Uh, So it says that the person, the person, the song, uh, just feel happy, just feel happy when there are some rain, when it's a rainy weather. Uh, so it's a kind of praising the rain, the rainy weather. And then I make this question for you: what is your favorite weather? What is your favorite season and why? So it's a question for us to discuss, right? About the weather and season. I heard some people like uh, cold weather, but when you talk about cold in Brazil, it's different when you talk about cold in Russia. Just as a closing, for example, in Slovenia, I got minus 25 degrees Celsius, right? And this cold, you cannot even think, you know, your thoughts are frozen, you're completely frozen, right? It was really a challenge, you know. And I heard that in Russia they get around like minus 50 degrees. So pay attention when you talk about, I like cold, I like hot weather. Pay attention to the what type, right? So is a heavy cold weather or it's a soft cold? No, these make a huge difference in your judgment. You know. Okay, people. So thank you very much. See you around, and bye bye.